We are on Pesachim Perek Zayin, Mishnah Bet. Second Mishnah, 7th chapter of Pesachim. We continue to discuss the laws of the tzliyah, how they would roast the Korban Pesach. And we learned before in our last Mishnah, just to review, we learned in our last Mishnah that it has to be, let's make it a little bigger, tzli esh, rosho al kira'av al kibo. It must be tzli esh, and we're very makpid, very, very, very meticulous that it has to be roasted on the fire. And we're going to see other halachot to that extent. Says the Mishnah, Ein solin et Pesach, so therefore you can't roast the Pesach. Lo ala shaput. Shaput is a metal steak. V'lo ala askala. Askala, the Safaria says, is a gridiron. Gridiron, some kind of grate. Okay, so the implication is some kind of metal plate. Okay, Amar Rabbi Tzadok, Maaseh Rabban Gamliel. Because if we do it on a metal plate, remember we said in the Shapot last time, Cham mikzato, cham kulo. So if I've got a metal thing and I put the Korban Pesach around it, right? If I heat up this part, if I put the Korban Pesach around it, you can imagine my Korban Pesach. There we go. And if I heat up this part of the Korban, this part of the spit, the whole thing will heat up. And then it's secondary heat. It's not heat from the fire, but it's heat from the spit. That you're not allowed to do. And I guess the same thing is true of the askala, the gridiron. Okay, it's a kind of metal plate. Okay, Amar Rabbi Tzadok said, Maaseh Rabban Gamliel, Sha'amar leTavi Avdo, story about Rabban Gamliel who said to Tavi, say, Utzlei lanu et Pesach al askala. Go and roast the Pesach on the askala. So it seems that this goes against what the Mishnah said. How could it be? How could Rabban Gamliel say to Tavi, roast the Korban Pesach on the askala? So the Bartenura says the following. Matnitin chisurei mechsera. The Mishnah is missing words. Chisurei mechsera. Ve'achei kitane. Rather, you should learn this way. Ve'im askala menukevet. If it's a punctured, a grate with holes in it, hikshera, then you're allowed to use it. And then V'amar Rabbi Tzadok, and Rabbi Tzadok said, no, Rabban Gamliel told Tavi you could use it. So what's really interesting is the shapon has no holes in it. The thing is dripping down. Why would an askala be better? A grate with holes, a gridiron with holes? It's really unclear to me. It seems that they would be cholik on the shapot also, which means I could stick my Korban Pesach on my grill because it's getting direct heat. All of these are really important, are chumrot basically. But I imagine that Rabban Gamliel is trying to say that the idea that you could only do it, meaning you'll only do it like we said on the shaput shel rimon, that's wonderful l'lechatchila. But if you don't have a shapot shel rimon, if you don't have a pomegranate wood shapot, and all you have is a metal one, you can certainly roast the Korban Pesach on it as well. I don't know halacha l'maaseh. I really don't know. You have to look it up in the Rambam. Says the Mishnah, Naga b'charso shel tamur. But if the Korban Pesach touched here the cheres, the outside, the cheres is the clay part of the tanur. If it touched part of the tanur, then yiklof et mukomo. You have to scrape away the part that touched the tanur. Why? Because it'll burn. The tanur itself is hot, so if it touches the side, then that meat that touches it burns. So it's cooked not from the fire again, but it's cooked from the metal, from the ceramic. Similarly, nataf mi rotbo al cheres b'chazar alav. If some of the rotev of the juice dripped on it on the cheres and then came back somehow it dripped and then splattered back on the Korban Pesach. Similarly, yitolet mekomo. You should peel off that place. You have to take off that place. How much you should do? You have to do a klipa. You have to take it to a certain amount. One second. He told him, oh no, not sagi. He says, below sagi b'klipa. It's not enough. Ela b'netila ka'avi etzba. You don't take a klipa, a shaving. Rather, you have to take the thickness of a finger. The shuman nivla b'tocho harbe, because it's cooking already, and therefore a lot of shuman, a lot of fat was the bolea. V'oto shuman, that fat, salim min hacheresu. It was roasted by the cheres. It was not roasted by the fire. So we see incredibly machmir about this idea of being roasted specifically by the fire. Okay, nataf mirodbo al hasolet. Let's say the rotev, the juice, the sauce, dripped onto very hot solet. Solet is fine flour. Again, yikmotz et mekomo. You have to take out here if it dripped onto the solet. Vasolet rotachat. And the solet is boiling, so I guess you were making like a Dutch oven on the bottom. You wanted to get from the whatever. I don't know why you put solet there, but it's boiling solet. The mitzle rotev machmat solet, and then the rotev is cooking because of the solet. Okay, v'hahu rotev betocha solet asur. You can't eat that juice. You can't eat that dripping because that's part of the Korban Pesach that was cooked from the solet. It was roasted from something else, not from the fire. Therefore, you should scoop out. You should scoop out et mekomo V'yisrof oto kometz, you have to burn it kashar kochim sulim. So even the juice, if the juice of the Korban Pesach was cooked not from the actual fire, that juice is then pasul, you can't eat it, it's taref. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha Ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.